What is coconut It's so there's no fish?
No, this is all vegan.
That's not fish?
No.
What the f? Hey everybody, I am Kelsey Darragh, and I am here with Brie and Nikki Bella, stars of E! Network's hit show, Total Bellas. They are wine entrepreneurs, WWE stars. We are here today to do a vegan mukbang. Do you guys even know what a mukbang is?
I didn't know it till about 10 minutes ago when someone explained it to me.
Oh, really?
You heard of that word.
It's a viral trend that came out of South Korea. People are watching hours of people just eating. Before I get into the juicy questions, I want to get into this juicy food and tell you guys what we're starting out with. We've got guacamole, young coconut ceviche, totopos con chili. Someone's gonna have to tell me how to say that.
We need to hear your Spanish.
I'm so
Sounds so gringo.
We've got pozole.
Pozole y gorditas.
Ooh, the
Pozole.
You just made that sound Italian.
I want to hear about how your dating life is going. This season, we saw you getting back out there. You were going on some dates with some bachelors.
I've definitely been exploring, and I'm taking
Oh.
applications for any of you out there.
You guys have the perfect scenario where you and your husband met like through work.
Right. Yeah, but I didn't think it was perfect at first, because I was like, you can't really like shit where you eat, right? Or eat where you shit.
You definitely don't want to.
You don't want to do either.
True.
I don't want to eat or where I work.
I don't want to. Period.
My thing is, that's why I was nervous dating someone at work, but it ended up being good. Like, I don't want you to meet someone at Whole Foods. Healthy, like, you know, cares about, like, you know, maybe helping the environment.
Brian.
You should date a
Honest.
Brian.
Would you ever
Date a Brian?
date a Brian?
If you look different than Brian,
Wait,
what, you
but
want me to
like-
be turned on by Brian? You're weird.
You heard it here first.
I just want it to happen, wherever it may be. Like, that's kind of like how I've been dating. Like, oh, hey, let's get drinks, and if we have fun, or
That's your first.
we do a
date.
one-night stand, or we wait on the third day.
She doesn't read signs well.
Okay.
So if someone's
Yes, I
throwing...
do.
Not really.
I'm just not desperate.
There's been a couple people, I'm like, they threw it out there, and you're like,
And I didn't
what?
want it.
She didn't want to catch it.
Margarita me up.
I can't stop eating this guacamole.
Did you get some of whatever the hell this is?
That's so good. That's a gordita.
Who do you trust the most in your family to set you up after what we saw happen this season?
Out of anyone, my brother JJ.
He's
Really?
cute. So brother JJ?
Way more. He actually listens and cares, and he doesn't judge me or push me into things.
Have another chip.
We are not in the ring. I want to know what's the weirdest DM someone has slid in for you guys.
Crooked. I'm just
Crooked? I get really creepy selfies.
Oh.
Like, men should not do selfies.
They're just like-
sorry.
They do like one take.
That is a rule for all men out there. Do not take selfies.
People will always ask me to do more up close photos on my feet.
Oh my God. I bet you
Wiki
guys are on
feet.
Wiki Feet. Fans take pictures of their favorite celebrities or personalities' feet, and it'll just be pages and pages of your feet. This is great. Let's see if you guys are in here.
Oh my
You have like a
gosh.
rating.
I have a rating.
You got 27 ugly,
Wow.
but 1,004 beautiful.
Beautiful.
I want to see
F all you ones who said I had ugly feet. You've never seen them, and they're actually cute. Please tell me I got a
Yeah.
better rating than her.
You guys are very competitive.
We're very.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, boo! I got a better rating than you.
But she got less uglies.
No, she got more, right?
No,
you
you
had
had
27.
27.
Whatever.
You have those Fred Flintstone feet.
They even put up your pregnant feet.
Oh,
that
gosh.
is-
That's where I got the ugly.
We don't fetish shame
Yeah.
here on our
You haven't had
mukbang.
pregnant feet yet.
Not yet.
But I've had tired feet, beat up feet.
Okay, ladies, round 2 is all about our salads and veggies. So here we've got some sauteed greens, ensalada del mar,
Madre.
madre?
Madre,
Ma.
there you go.
Madre chopped salad. And ensalada de Caesar. Nikki, you did a lot of dancing this season.
I did.
What is it for you about dancing that's so therapeutic?
I get it now when people do those workout classes and they all do the dance stuff. I never really got it. Like, what was that one that everyone was like?
Zumba?
Zumba. It makes you feel alive
Ooh.
and free. It's kind of like what tequila does to you, but without tequila or the hangover. Everyone, you have to get into dance.
We talk a lot in this season about how it's a great time to be a woman in the WWE. Why is that, and like, why is it so important to you guys?
Right now, everyone watching like Total Divas and Total Bellas, they're seeing all of our first evers. And there's a lot. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of pay-per-views.
There's a
It was
lot.
crazy this
But
year.
yeah, but for us, every single pay-per-view where it's a woman main eventing or a woman being in an elimination chamber or in a Hell in a Cell, it's like those mean a lot to us because for, you know, people like the E-audience being able to see it, it's like you're actually watching history be made.
Yeah, and I mean, you have a daughter. Like, how incredible is that going to be that she gets to watch in a time where she gets to see women doing the same things as men?
Well, what's
So
going to be
crazy.
bizarre is the time that if she wants to do WWE and she goes, it won't be
the
like
norm.
history made. It would be the norm, which is
I love.
crazy.
Yeah. Okay. 4 more salads have joined the party, but
Wow.
I want to ask you a question.
Oh, yeah.
This season, we heard you say, am I just dressing up as Fearless Nikki, or am I Fearless Nikki?
For me, when I got the call to come back, I knew I wasn't ready to go back to a place that I shared so strongly with my ex. But then when I heard it was for the first ever all-women's pay-per-view Evolution and I'd be fighting Ronda Rousey, well, how do I say no to that?
How did you say no to that?
So, you know, I went back, but I was so busy, and I think I tried to distract myself so much, so I didn't feel like me at all. And then go out to a ring and try to smile, and people saying, like, chants to me about John, and
Should get the chance, Nikki Sexina,
Yeah.
right?
Shoot, by like episode 4, we saw you like in the beach house. We saw you talking to like total complete strangers in your house. Like, where did that come from? Was it just
Opening up that checkbook.
Oh,
I had to shed a lot of tears.
Yeah.
But
Healthy.
I think
We support crying, 2020.
I cry a lot. But I think I finally was like, look, this is how it is, and you could either make the most of it and not look back and regret, or you could just be, you know, in this space of lacking confidence and being super depressed. So I chose just take that road very fearlessly and
in a way,
conquer
like
it.
your career kind of helped bring you out of some personal turmoil.
Who would have known that Fearless Nikki actually helped me be fearless?
Me. Okay, hello. I see it every time I
What?
watch you
Yeah.
guys.
I'm gonna have a
Thank
Brussels sprout for that.
That's also
good.
We saw you and Brian talking about personal brand this year, and we saw that hilarious moment where you brought in all these products to try and get him on board, and finally settling on the hoe.
Read it.
Brian's hose. You dig it?
We're not gonna be able to do drop kicks off the top rope for the rest of our lives. Wrestling does come to an end, and you have to accept that. So I really wanted my husband to see, like, okay, when wrestling's done, let's be prepared that you're not gonna be doing this for much longer. So let's have something branch out so you have something to look forward to.
Yeah, and I feel like also being a dad is so much of that. Like, it seems like it gives him the most fulfillment, more than a job ever could.
Ever. Like, Birdie saved town.
Your storyline this past season, a lot was about you guys perhaps trying for a second kid. Do you hate that question when people are like, when's baby 2 coming?
The minute I pop Birdie out, people are like, so when's 2 coming? I'm like, wait.
It's like the minute you get engaged, they ask about the wedding. The minute you get married, they ask about the kids.
I want to expand my family. And look, right now, Brian and I are trying. Actually, when we
She
get home
reminds
today.
us every
she's gotta
day.
catch a flight.
Ew, are you ovulating?
I hope you think about it.
Do doggy style if you want the boy. You want me to think about you and Brian having sex.
I'm kidding.
I feel like I just learned so much in that 5-second exchange. How are you guys feeling?
Cauliflower is really good.
Too good.
So good. It's actually good that they threw that jalapeno in there.
So this next round, we are moving on to tortas. We've got a tempeh chorizo, a crab cake torta, a BTLA wrap, and a black bean burger. And I don't know how the heck we're gonna fit this all in our mouths.
Here we go.
I mean, like, how do we do this with our
Guys,
lipstick?
they have coconut bacon in this.
It's so good.
Dude, I think something about mukbangs is also like, people want to hear you chewing, and I don't know why.
In the comments right now, why do you want to hear us chew?
Yeah.
Is it sexy?
Is it a sex thing?
Are we gonna
That's
end up
my
on
question.
feetwiki.com?
Did I
On
just,
Mouth
like-
Wiki.
Okay, so we're in our third round,
Yeah.
which is all about the tortas, but also the questions are all about business. Because if you ladies are anything first, it is boss as bitches.
Boss
So,
ass
Right.
we did get to see a little bit more of a vulnerable side to you with like all the mom duties you had to do between mom mode and Brie mode. What's the biggest difference between the two, minus the, you know, actual physical wrestling?
Yeah. I always thought that I could balance mom mode, boss mode, Brie mode. But really when it comes down to it is the mom guilt. You want to be a part of everything in your baby's life. Like,
You don't miss
and-
anything.
Oh, you don't. And I thought going back on the road would be easy. Because one thing as a mom that you do miss is like who you were before that. But it was really hard.
Yeah, you had
And-
one point like 7 days where it was you were in a different city every day.
And no baby.
No baby.
I was crying all the time.
Especially the first day Birdie looked at her and was like this. Like, bye.
But you know, what I realized in the end is wrestling is a hobby. It was my
Oh.
past life.
Okay.
And I finally realized, like, I can go wrestle for fun, but my priorities are my companies, Birdie B, Bella Radici, Nicole and Breezy, and Birdie is way before all
of that. And that's what matters.
Yeah, and so you really just as a mom have to realize what's important in your life and what's your future,
Yeah.
and that's where you start. But the one thing we did realize is that if you really want to be successful in business, it has to be something you're passionate about, but also that you don't mind putting the time in, because you have to put time in for something to be successful.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask is like, it already seemed like all of your plates were so full, and then you decided to also go into the wine business, and that just exploded for you guys. What was that process like?
Well, for us, it was we just killed every vineyard in Napa. We just were always there drinking, and people were like, you guys need your own wine, and we're like, wait, really?
Yeah,
Like, I guess we do. Yeah.
We're so obsessed with wine that it's actually fun learning the back end of it. Like,
it's not work.
right, it's not work at all, and it actually makes me appreciate wine so much more because of the process. That one glass that you drink, I can't tell you how much work goes in that one glass. Do you think of how long it takes for those grapes to grow and all the farmers, the harvest guys and girls?
And you guys do so much of this on your own. You're not just a face going on a brand like a lot of celebrities these days.
Yeah.
You guys are really involved.
Fully hands-on.
Fully hands-on.
I mean, as hands-on as you can get.
Ooh.
I mean, we even just did a big like contest like for these winners, and I was the one booking their flights and their car services.
I told Brie on the emails, I go, are you like pretending like you're someone else?
And I was like, yes, I'm pretending I'm an employee.
You brought up Birdie B Fashion, and what we saw you guys doing this season was not only the fashion show, but you were going to speak at these body positive events, and your line is so inclusive.
Brie and I truly love our fan base.
Yeah,
like, they mean the
You can
world to
tell.
us. Yeah, we cherish them, we love them, and so when we were creating a line, I wasn't just gonna create it for one type of person. When I look at my Bella Army, they're so beautiful because they're all different shapes, sizes, colors, and they're beautiful. And I wanted to make sure we both did that when we created a line, it was for all of us.
Okay, as a very flat-chested woman, I loved the conversation that you had about like breast implants and the plastic
By the
surgery
way,
and
what
stuff.
are boobies like being just fully out for the world?
That was amazing. I thought that was so empowering.
For me personally, and I don't know if it's because I'm a mom and you lose your vanity, but I like to showcase my imperfections. I feel like it gives me less stress, and I think it's important too for the youth.
Absolutely.
Well, and I don't think it's because you're a mom. You and I, Brie and I have always been that way. I mean, I think it's definitely harder in this world because of social media, because everyone face-tunes or photoshops with their faces.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, like, do I throw some filters on?
Oh,
like,
yeah, I just throw hair in.
But I have never like done the Facetune or like fixed my face. Like this is like I've never and
That's
we
some
don't
hot
do
tea
yeah.
right there.
I
don't
have
do any
never done
Facetune.
that.
That is hot
And
tea.
I have fake tits, and like when I got my boobies,
do?
yeah.
Spoiler
It was
alert.
at a time when actually social media didn't exist, and I did it for myself. So
Yeah.
like, some people will be like, whatever, shut up, plastic. And I'm like, okay, first of all, there's no plastic in these fake ass titties. It's really nice silicone.
You're doing it for yourself. You're
yeah.
not doing it for other
No.
people. And especially because it was pre-social media and
Right.
that's changed the plastic surgery game completely.
change. Would maybe there can be things that I could Facetune in real life and maybe they give me more jobs. I don't know, but you know what? Like my nose is my Italian side, and that's what it reminds me of, is of my grandfather and how beautiful all my great aunts were. And the wrinkles I'm getting under my eyes remind me of my Nana and like everything I've been through.
You're happy and smiling and you
And-
can emote.
Right, and guess what? I'm getting older, and that's life.
And
I'm
that's
aging.
beautiful.
And you know what I really love is when I go to France and I see them all, and they talk about age and like how beautiful it is to age. And there's something so refreshing when I go overseas and I see that, because I think in America we're just so used to everything.
Oh my gosh, we have so much food. I feel like we didn't even get to try
you
some of these.
dip that.
I did sneak a little bite of this. Try
Actually,
it.
Brie,
It is
can
so
you give me
good.
a chip so I could dip?
Ooh, you really do love this
No.
shit.
Oh my God.
Hook it up. That's what
Because
his
it
sister's
tastes like
for.
taquitos.
Is that
Oh,
why
she
they're
used
so
to be
good?
obsessed with
You guys, they
taquito.
taste like taquitos, but without the
You're
chicken or
saying taquitos the same way you said gondola. Where it's like the emphasis on the wrong syllable. Insert clip of you saying gondola.
gondola, right?
Gondola?
So I hate to say we're in our last round of eating and questions. How are we feeling emotionally, physically?
So I'm feeling
Stuffed.
very full, but they just brought out the bomb round.
You want me to tell you what we've got?
Yeah, tell us,
Okay,
because
we've
this
got
looks insane.
jackfruit carnitas taco, stewed napoles, crispy potato chorizo, a plantain quesadilla, butternut squash quesadilla, a tamale, a flauta.
Ooh, you kind of got like Latin.
All of a
like,
sudden I'm like adopting. I'm
like-
starting to get in the vibe.
It is.
And a tostada.
Oh my gosh, this quesadilla looks unreal.
I can't believe that's not meat.
Isn't it
It's
weird?
a trip. It tastes like meat.
Jackfruit is so good. It's a Japanese fruit, actually.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, because you're the vegetarian expert. This is pretty good
I buy,
stuff, man.
yeah, I buy
This is
jackfruit a
bomb.
lot.
It's like a quesadilla. How amazing is that?
That's like a dessert.
Yeah. It does taste like a little bit of
This is just us, like, we forget about the interview. We're just like, oh my God. Okay, so I will get to the question. So this round is all about learning from your mistakes and moving forward. You know, like starting anew.
I love it.
Let's talk about professional mistakes first.
The one thing that Nicole and I learned is if you give 20% to everything you do, you'll never be successful.
Right.
And we learned that with making our comeback because our company suffered really bad because we all of a sudden had to shift our energy into wrestling.
Right.
And we kept trying to like play catch up with everything else.
Right.
We spread ourselves way too thin. But now that that comeback is done and we're giving full concentration, it's crazy, just sales, everything, how much it spiked, how well we're doing.
You're giving your 100%.
And we just knew, like, we can't ever pack our plate like that again.
Professionally, I feel like sometimes Brie and I would always stay so inside the box because we were athletes growing up, so we always, you know, respected what our coaches said. But when it came to wrestling, I realized sometimes when I got live on the mic or I was in a match, I could have broke the rules a little bit, and I didn't learn that till later on my career. And when I did, Fearless Nikki came about.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I would say, like professionally, sometimes don't be afraid to break the rules.
Well, that.
So do you guys read the comments anymore, or are you guys just...
Every now and then, it sucks because when I'm bored in a car service, and then I'm like, why am I doing this? Do work, Nicole.
Yeah.
And I'll sometimes read the comments, and then I'll be like, all right, I'm out. I never do in the morning. Because
So
I never
no
want my
Googling,
time.
no...
No.
God.
Haters.
All right.
I know you're writing right now, but we don't care. We're eating guacamole.
they're like-
All we have left is rapid fire and desserts, but what has been your most favorite dish here at Gracias Padres?
So
I have to say their chorizo here is amazing.
and it's house made. I was gonna say the same
Okay,
thing.
so house-made chorizo is a must. It comes in a taco form, a torta form.
Look at you. You can be a
Look at me.
spokeswoman. Here we go.
Pretty
You're
gracias,
the
madre.
And the cauliflower was ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
And the guacamole and the soup.
Oh, well, you're gonna eat a whole thing of chips. I have.
Yeah. Don't get the chips. Don't start with the chips. End with the chips, or else you will only eat the chips.
I know.
I can't
actually.
believe it's
a
on
drink.
They're so healthy.
I'm not even a tequila person. And this
You're not?
No.
What's your drink of choice? Wine?
Wine or champagne.
Ooh.
But lately, I've been trying to do the tequila thing if I get tired. I'm like needing that pick-me-up, and I want to be wild. For all you people that
I
don't
can't do
drink
yeast.
Okay, tequila.
That's why I started tequila.
Yeah.
Do tequila.
I do.
Woo!
The one that gets you
Educational.
naked.
It's not just a mukbang, it's an educational show. You guys learned a lot here. The rain and the desserts are here, so we are gonna rapid fire through this while we also
my
finish
gosh.
desserts. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Okay, Brie, what would Nikki say is your most annoying trait?
Oh, I go like this with my teeth.
Ew, all the time. I hate it.
What would Brie say is your most annoying trait?
The way you talk about your life.
Ew, yeah. The way I vent.
Brie, who is a more difficult coworker, Brian or Nikki?
Nikki.
Nikki. If Brie is the hummingbird to Brian's tree, what image are you looking for?
Like in her vagina? Like,
No.
sure. Hummingbird, wait, oh, what am I?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like the massive hawk that like hovers over.
Okay, weirdest thing about relationships in the public eye?
Breakups?
Sarah, was it fun to turn on Rhonda and experience life as being the bad girls?
Hell
We love being bad.
That was so fun.
And pumpkin flan.
Brie, what's one green behavior of Brian's you'd like to get rid of?
Composting toilets.
Is it weird that Brian and Birdie have the same scowl?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, it's a freaking trip.
Oh, here's one. Bird scooters, yay or nay?
No.
But would you like them better if they called them birdie scooters?
Yeah.
And what's the best tip you can give for someone who has to travel a lot?
Wait, your freaking turn when you deplane a plane.
And last question, when can we watch Total Bellas on E?
Every Sunday, 9, 8 Central.
Thank you guys. You guys have been so fun. Oh my God, you ate all